Welcome to 8th grade graduation of 2020. I know this quarantine can't have us all together, but at least you can watch us graduate. We thank you for all the support you have given us this whole year. I hope you enjoy the graduation and are staying safe and healthy.
I'd like to open our program by reading the verse we chose as our class verse this year, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and to not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Please bow your heads for prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, I want to thank you that we can all be here together. I want to thank you that even through this hard time, we can still graduate and have a ceremony. We are so grateful to see all of our friends for the last time as elementary students, and the next time we will see each other as high schoolers. As we reach this milestone in our lives and move on to a completely new environment, we ask that you will guide us, be our light, and show us good from bad. Thank you for getting all of us this far. Thank you for helping us reach this great accomplishment. Amen.
Good evening to everyone. I'm Beth Malouf, the 8th grade class treasurer. My job this evening is to announce our 8th grade class gift. The other officers and I have put a lot of thought into this, and we wanted it to be something that would help the junior high in future years. We decided to get a bench outside of Mrs. Ferguson's classroom. Right now, students' belongings are thrown all over the porch, making it an unorganized mess when the students get out of class. This bench will give students a better place to put their belongings. It will help to keep the porch organized. The bench will be the same as one on the other side of the building in front of the current 5th grade classroom. We are very excited to make this happen for all of the future junior high students at SAA.
Good evening, teachers, parents, friends, and fellow students. This is our big day. We are finally graduating elementary school, and it is our time to write a new chapter in our lives. What a year it has been. We have gone from learning in a classroom with our classmates to sitting in front of our screens and listening to the teacher through a video. It has been a hard time for all of us, but we've managed to persevere and pull through. I would like to thank the people who got us here, our teachers. Thank you, Mrs. Sandman, for supporting us throughout the year. Thank you, Mrs. Nina, for helping us improve and share our talents to the people around us. Thank you, Mrs. Duckett, for teaching us and having worship with us in the morning. Thank you, Mrs. Yingling, for opening our eyes to new things and cultures. Thank you, Mrs. Ford, for teaching us about God's creation and teaching us about the world. And a special thanks to Mrs. Ferguson, who has supported us through 8th grade and has organized our activities. And to the parents who have supported the class financially and emotionally throughout the years, thank you. Now, my fellow classmates, this is my message to you. I've decided to mention each and every single one of you guys personally by giving you all titles. Fellow students, please stand up when I call your name, just so the audience knows who you are. Brody, the social butterfly. Whenever I thought of Brody, I always thought about his incredible ability to befriend and get along with everyone. When I say everyone, I mean everyone, even the 7th graders below us, which is something many of us 8th graders have not learned to do. Despite this being his first year at SEA, he has grown on us and has become a friend to us all. Irvin, the future Claude Monet. Claude Monet was a French artist who is famous for painting in the Impressionist style. Like Monet, Irvin is a talented artist, but with a more cartoonish style. Irvin has so much potential in him that he has not recognized it yet. I hope he can continue his work and further improve his artistry into something bigger in the future. I would like to introduce these students as a group: PJ, Nikhil, and Beth, the Albert Einsteins. Our class can be very intelligent, but this trio goes beyond. Their intelligence has gone to the point where it has often scared us at times. While we have been visibly confused in our lessons, these three will understand and help us in whatever we need. These three have valued learning and excelled in all of their classes. Kalini, the mother hen. Kalini has been there for all of us. A memory I have of Kalini is when she gave a group of us money for the snack shack, and in the end, didn't have money for herself. She made sure that we were okay and had some snacks. Kalini has always looked out for us, even if it meant putting others in front of her. Quentin, the future Beethoven. Quentin is a very hardworking and talented student and excels in his studies. But there's one thing we can all agree on that he excels the most: playing the piano. He has every classical piano piece and theme song to every TV show memorized in his head. His piano skills have amazed us all and have brought more incredible talent to the class. Our next title is Class Clown. Although many students can qualify for this title, there are two students who never fail to make us laugh: Jaden and Joshua Groeschel. These two are by far the most comedic in the class and will make you laugh, whether it is the responses or the actions they do. They will always be able to leave a smile on your face and leave your day brighter. Nicole, the flower child. We can all agree that Nicole is one of the kindest people in our class. She has always been loving and promotes peace and love throughout her life. Nicole has also had this positive vibe that makes you feel safe and comfortable. If there's an argument, she's the type of person that finds a way for everyone to be happy. Nicole has told me that her aim in life was to make everyone in her life happy, and so far she's been doing great. Jason, the baker/brownie boss. Jason is quite comedic and goofy. His random comments never fail to put a smile on our faces. But something special about him is that Jason is an amazing baker. He can bake anything you need for any occasion, whether it's for a bake sale or just for fun. He often likes to share his interests in baking or cooking with us, which we often enjoy. Wesley, the therapist. When thinking about Wesley, many of us would think of him as strong, free-spirited, and obsessed with this one TV show, Naruto. But Wesley is also like a therapist. He's willing to listen to you and gives great advice. Wesley will make it his mission to make sure you're okay, which is something I really admire about him. Kia, the helper. Kia has an innate ability for helping people. Whenever you give her a task, she is always on it. If you ever need help, she will always be with you. If you just need a good friend, she is there for you. Regardless of how difficult the task is, she will always help you. Kia will be our backbone that gives us support and help through anything. Joshua Stenfill, the life of the party. Josh is the type of person to make any party or event 10 times more fun. Josh has always been an exciting person to be around. At parties, you will always want to gravitate towards him because of his outgoing and lively personality. From his intriguing stories to witty comments, he will always bring energy and enthusiasm everywhere. Aiden, our little fireball. We can all agree Aiden is very energetic, just like a fireball. When playing our favorite game, 21, he is always having the most fun and is running around everywhere. You can always see his hair flopping around and his big bright smile on his face. In a way, Aiden's energy latches onto us, and we feel that energy and excitement too. And last but not least, Julia, our golden balance. I believe that Julia is the only one keeping our class sane. Julia is realistic and level-headed with us, and she uses this to keep our class balanced. For example, she has helped raise spirits when we've been too down, and she has calmed us down when we're being too much. If it weren't for Julia, who knows the countless ways we could have spiraled into madness. I just wanted to say that it was a privilege to be your president this year. It has been a rough year, and I thank you all for the support you gave me and to the class. Our motto is, together we have been friends. Together we have special memories. But our togetherness in Christ will keep us going. And I believe we have stuck to this. As time went on, our relationship with each other and God has grown, and we have learned to stick together. I hope to see some of you staying and going up to the academy. And thank you to the other students who will be going off into different schools. I hope we can still keep in touch with you. This is the first time in our lives that this has ever happened. We were thrown into a life of uncertainty from the global pandemic. I believe all of this was preparation for something big for us. Next year will be the first year of high school for the 8th grade class of 2020, and our first steps into our bright future each and every one of us has. Thank you.
And now it's time for us students to thank and give shout-outs to all the people that have gotten us to the place that we are today, because we are all thankful for what they do for us. So just sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Dear Dad, Mom, and Kuya Vivan, first I want to start by saying thank you all for teaching and inspiring me to be the person I am today. Thank you for pushing me forward and the things I do to achieve the best I can. I remember all the happy memories we have together of watching movies, going to drive-ins, and having sunset worships at different places. These are some of my favorite family moments. Dad, thank you for taking time away from your sleep to wake up earlier to cook up a delicious breakfast or to drive me to school. Thank you for teaching me to joke around even when things get hard. Thank you for introducing me to things that I didn't think I would have liked, such as biking and other foods like turon and balut. Thank you for teaching me the Filipino culture and our traditions. Pagtudlo sa lingwahe aron siya makapabilin. You inspired me to keep moving forward despite the challenges around me and to continue life with a smile on my face. Mom, thank you for working hard for this family because you really care for us. Despite working many hours, you still find a way to bond and be with us. You've inspired me to work hard in my studies so that my life could be much happier in the future. Thank you for teaching me hospitality, from showing kindness to our guests and being the mentor in my life. All the things you do for this family, such as cleaning our rooms or making our beds, I hope you realize that we appreciate them and we love your hard work to take care of this family. Kuya Vivan, thank you for helping me with the hours and hours of homework. You have taught me to be persistent and to go outside of my boundaries or limits. Thank you for being my first violin and being with me through my problems. You always take the blames for things that I may do, and although I may not like saying this, it really shows you are a cool and supportive brother. You may not be as cute or awesome as me or Ollie, but I think you are a great brother.
I would like to thank my family for all the love and support you have given me. Like the time we had a graduation party for Amaya and recreated a family picture we took when I was 1. Or the time we were working on my year-long project and all of us started dancing and had a lot of laughs. Mother, thank you for always supporting my school events and attending every single one of them, especially filling the role of being SAA's junior high to 5th grade soccer coach. Also, for pushing me beyond my limits to become better. You have helped me throughout the year to achieve my goals in life, not only physically, but spiritually too. Amaya, Julian, Tommy, and Marjorie, you guys are the best siblings anyone could ask for. Thanks for dealing with me when I'm annoying. I love those sibling car rides, all getting along and just having fun. You all may come to the house because you're around the neighborhood, but you just wanted to see me. Dad, I appreciate you for always making me laugh. I cherish those fun golf cart driving lessons with you. You may call Amaya and I princess, but I feel like a queen. I love how I don't feel judged and how I'm always encouraged by all of you. I live for all the memories we make as a family. I love you all and couldn't ask for anyone better. Thank you for all the love you have given me. Guess I'm not such a little girl anymore.
Dear family, thank you so much for being with me every day, taking care of me, and helping me grow as a person. I appreciate everything you do for me, such as taking me on cool trips, letting me go out with friends a lot, and supporting my interests. Dad, thank you for teaching me how to ski. It is one of my most favorite sports, and I can't wait for next year's season so that we can go explore more of the trails. Thank you for sparking my interest in cooking when you would make banana bread or cookies. They are always the best, and I would be lucky if I could make anything half as good. Mom, thank you for taking care of me and signing me up to a good school and being a great mom. Thank you for planning every family vacation and booking the best tours and day trips. I love you so much, and I couldn't ever replace you. Fiona, thank you for being my sister. Even though you annoy me a lot, you make my life interesting, to say the least. You always mix up everyday life. You have no idea how much of a difference that makes to me. Auntie Mary, thank you for taking care of me since I was a baby. Your cooking is great, and I'm always eager to taste whatever you make. Chili, pasta, flan, whatever it is, it's always delicious. I always enjoy hanging out with you, especially when we wash the windows during summer.
Dear Dad, thanks for always making me laugh. I know that I can count on you to make me happy no matter what is going on. I enjoy watching car and math videos on YouTube with you. There are not too many people who would do that with me. I also admire your knowledge of cars. I will always treasure the memories of going to car museums with you and you teaching me about how the cars work. Thank you for always being there for me and helping me with my math when I need it. I also appreciate you letting me help with building the cabinet. I'm learning so much from you. Dear Mom, thank you for being there for me. Thank you for making coasters, magnets, and keychains with me and supporting all my new ideas. I appreciate that you help me with my sewing and pay for my sewing classes. But most importantly, when I have a bad day, I always know that I can come to you to talk about it. Although I don't tell you this enough, I really appreciate all that you do for me. Dear sis, thanks for not being too annoying most of the time. I'm really glad I learned to trust you when you said that I would like a TV show or book, because although I hate to admit it, you are always right. Even though we fight a lot, I appreciate that you always forgive me no matter what I did to you. You can always make me laugh with your jokes, and although we don't share a lot of the same interests, I'm glad that we can get along for the most part. Also, I love it when you cook me food, especially Arabic food. Don't stop. Thank you all for going on trips with me, supporting me, letting me loudly practice my guitar, and always loving me. I love you all very much.
Dear Mama and Papa, thank you for loving me even when I was hard to love. Papa, you are my #1 supporter. I can come to you with any problem I face, and I know you will support and comfort me. I dreaded the days you would leave for work for about a week. It was the worst. But then I got to run into your arms and tell you how much I missed you. I also admire how well you take naps, and I honestly think I inherited my nap-taking skills from you. Mama, you are the one who taught me everything I know. Thank you for teaching me how to be kind and loving. You always make sure that I have a delicious breakfast before you leave work, even though you know that I can make my own. I always enjoy cooking and baking with you. That time right there is probably the best. We get to gossip, share our worries, and talk about life in general. My siblings, you guys are my best friends. You saw me grow up, and now I get to see you grow old. Vika, I always look forward to the Sabbath calls with you and Johnny. I always have a boring story to tell, but you make it seem like a Pirates of the Caribbean retelling. Vita, you are probably the goofiest person I know. You know the best places to take me on any adventure and the best fishing spots. I will always remember when you helped me catch my very first fish. Lisa, I know that I was a very annoying kid. I crashed your hangouts with your friends. It was like I was glued to you. Even though I was annoying, you never once made me feel like I was. Stepdad, you have made my boring teenage life so much more exciting. The playful bickering that we do is so very special. To my stepmom, you are the most exciting person I have ever met. Thank you for planning so many fun little things that we can do together. To my stepsister, our special thing is the movies, and I'm so happy we have a special thing. Thank you for inviting me to watch the endless movies with you. And to my lovely grandparents, I love you guys more than anything in the world. Babushka, you are so silly and so happy all the time. Whenever I come to your house, the first words are usually Привет, Никочка, ты хочешь кушать? Which translates to Hi, Nicole, are you hungry? You always made sure I was well fed, and you always got the best stories to tell. And finally, Dedushka. I remember when it would be the end of the first day of school. I would always want to show you my classroom, my teachers, and my new friends. Every year you would seem so happy and so excited. You care deeply about your grandchildren and worry if we have a strong relationship with Jesus. I will cherish these last months, these last memories with you on earth. But I can promise you that we will see each other in heaven soon and make many more memories and be with each other forever.
Dear Mom and Dad, I absolutely love you guys. You have always been there when I needed you most. You encouraged me and taught me good habits. I have always looked up to you guys, and I always will, even now that I can see over Mom. I still have the utmost and deepest respect for you, though, and even through my tough and cringy times, you always stuck it out with me. Mom, remember the time I said I wanted to cut my own hair? You should, because it was just a few weeks ago. You called me a Q-tip, and Dad was so shocked. We all laughed, and he hadn't heard you roast anyone before. I have always cracked up at your jokes, even if I didn't show it, because I was in a mood. You're the one that has always comforted me in my hardest time, no matter what, with grades, friend troubles, the principal of his office. You always showed your love by not taking it out on me. I will always be your #1 fan. Dad, I have always been impressed at how good you are at almost everything. You are great with kids, you rock climb so well, and are such a great teacher at everything. You try and push the limits, so I will face my fears and go do something harder. Remember at the climbing gym, I almost got the V5? But when I was about to try doing it again and finish it, you pulled me off and wouldn't let me do it until you made it first. I don't care. You push me and I push you to do the next level and challenge myself. Thanks for all you do. Jovi, you may be obnoxious most of the time, and you probably would handle being the older one better, but you have to deal with me. You're always so loving and caring to everyone. Lots of love, Brody Barr.
To my parents, who have done so much to support me throughout my whole life, thank you. Seriously, I know that it might be a little overused, but I really do appreciate everything you guys do just to make me happy. Even if it's the simple things like helping me study or giving me 25 cents to get a gumball or something. You've given me so many opportunities to do what I love, giving me music lessons and buying me a drawing tablet. I don't know anyone else who can do that so willingly. And to my sister Erin, I know that you feel awkward now that I've mentioned your name, but I want to let you know that I really do appreciate you not lashing out at me, because I can be really annoying sometimes. So thanks for putting me back in my place. You've always been there for me whenever I needed a hand with long projects, or even when I just wanted someone to help me record things. So thank you for everything.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for helping me with school and just life in general. Mom, thank you for making my sandwiches every day, even though I can make my own. Thank you for helping me with my school, even though you're in school yourself. I'm glad we watched all those movies together. Dad, thanks for doing most of the cooking, especially barbecuing the meat. You work hard at home, but thanks for taking time to go on walks and having sore throats. I remember the time you guys took us to Universal Studios. I really enjoyed the Jurassic Park ride in Hogwarts Castle. We really liked that experience. Jasmine, you're a cool younger sister. Thanks for being there and having fun with me.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for being there for me throughout the entirety of my school year. Thank you for continuing to support me through these difficult times. Mom, thank you for always motivating me to do my best and for pushing me to perform above my level. Thank you for all the lunches you've made me that I took with me every day. And Dad, thank you for always making school fun. You can always make me laugh when I need it the most. Whenever I'm having a rough day or just feeling not ready for the task at hand, you're always there to cheer me up. Thank you for everything you guys both do for me. I love you both. God bless you.
Dear Mom and Dad, I want to thank you very much for everything you have done for me and have given to me. You have always been the best parents, and I'm very thankful to spend my life under your wings of guidance and fun. Mom, thank you for always telling me to hurry up my dinner so I will have enough time for homework and so I can get enough sleep. Without that, I would have been taking forever to finish. Also, since you're a good doctor, thanks for always taking care of me when I'm hurt or sick, even though you're so cautious that you act like you're going to send me to the emergency room even if I just hiccup or sneeze. But either way, your quick treatments and remedies always work to help me feel better. Thank you for being the best mom out there. I really appreciate you. I know, Mom. Someday, to repay the favor, I will buy you a brand new, fully loaded Mercedes GLS or a Range Rover to show you how much I love you. Stay tuned because it will come. You definitely deserve it. Dad, thank you for always trying to make the best out of any moment and keeping me entertained and having fun. Even on a rainy day, you always come up with really fun and useful indoor activities for us to do, even though we can't go outside. Also, thank you for always offering to drive us to cool places where we can always have fun together as a family, even though you know that you will start complaining of back pain afterwards from driving long distances. I have had a lot of fun experiences with you and Mom that I've enjoyed a lot. Thank you for being the best dad out there. Someday, to repay what I owe you, I will buy you a fully loaded Ford Ranger with all the bells and whistles you want. You also deserve a lot more than that though, but stay tuned. Therefore, I really appreciate having you as my parents, and I hope we will have many more adventures and fun to go through next. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, your brand new rides will be waiting for you both in our driveways.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for getting up early to drive me to school. Thank you for all the vacations we went on too. Thank you, Mom, for working hard to help me get good grades and learn. Thank you for spending time with me. Dad, thank you for taking me to lacrosse practice and helping me practice on our own time. And thank you, Ryan, for always pushing me to be the best. And thank you for always having my back.
Dear Mom and Dad, thank you for pushing me to be a better person and student. Mom, thank you for being there to help me with homework. Even after you came back from work and were super tired, you always pushed me to get good grades. Thank you for cheering me on for my games, even if you can't make all of them, and for making my favorite foods. Thank you. Dad, thank you for playing video games with me and for pushing me to get good grades and get better at sports, and for all the times you make me laugh when I needed it. I love that you coached my football team at school. You taught me and the team hard work and dedication. Thank you. Grandma, thank you for praying with me and for helping me build a relationship with God, and for telling me I can do way better when it came to grades or other activities. And thank you for all the times when I was doing homework and you brought something for me to eat. Thank you. Flavia and Livini, thank you for being the best aunts ever, and for telling me I can do better, for cheering me up when my mom and dad got mad at me, and for making me laugh all the time. Thank you. To all my siblings, thank you for showing me how to treat young people and for showing me how to be patient and for all the happy times we had playing together. Thank you.
Dear Mom and Dad, I want to give my gratitude for getting me up in the morning and helping me make breakfast. I am grateful to you for waking and driving me to school at almost 8 o'clock in the morning to all my schools. I appreciate this school that you got me into, even if it was complicated at first. Thank you for helping me through all my problems through life, and even the ones that hurt. Thank you for bringing me to all the summer vacations such as NYC, Disneyland, and summer camps that I really enjoyed. I especially loved the time where we browsed the mass number of stores in New York City. Thank you for all that you do for me, complicated or even the simple things. I am really grateful.
Dear Mom and Dad, even though through the years I haven't been the best child, I want to thank you so much for taking care of me through thick and thin. Mom, even though we argue about dumb stuff, it's easy to tell that you're the best mom on the earth. You help me with Spanish, you take care of Sophia and I all the time by cooking for us and cleaning. And on top of that, you're the single hardest working person I've ever seen. And I think I'm trying to work very hard during this quarantine because you've taught me how. I can't even comprehend how lucky I am to have you as a mother. Dad, through all the Dodger games, TV shows, like The Office, and every talk about whatever, you've always been there for me. I truly see what it means to have father and son relationship means with you and I. You have been there when I have messed up with school or piano, and you are there to reassure me with every comment you make. And I can't see where my life would be without you. Sophia, I know that we haven't been on the best of terms sometimes, but you're loving, caring, and you're the best sister. Through all the dumb jokes, talks in rooms at night, or even just going to Dutch Bros, you have given me advice on almost everything, even if I agree with it or not. And I want to thank everyone else that's helped me through all these years, and I just want to say I love you.
First, I'd like to start off with my younger sister, Nasha. I know you're too young to understand this now, but hopefully one day you'll know I'm very grateful to have you in my life. Thank you for always making me laugh and putting me in a good mood. I can't wait to see you grow into an independent woman that I know you'll become. Love you now and forever. And thank you for always being there for me and having my back through the good and the bad times. Even though you sometimes can be annoying, I still love you and can't wait to see you grow up as well. To my father, thank you for always believing and encouraging me to pursue my dreams and making sure I do my best at school, as well as being my #1 supporter. To my stepfather, thank you for filling in the role of being my father when my father wasn't with my family, and thank you for bringing in only happiness to my mother and my family. To Nathaniel and Zakiya, Nate, thanks for showing me some basketball skills and for stepping up when our parents were home. Zakiya, thank you for being the loving big sister who'd be willing to fight for me, and thank you for showing me how to be the best I can be. Love you both. Last but not least, my mother. You've been with me since birth. I could go on and on about the great things that you did for this family, but I'm just going to keep it simple. Thank you for giving your time, money, and effort to watch me succeed in life and for leading me on the right path to Jesus. I may not always be the perfect son, but you still love me unconditionally. I can never really know how great your love is for me and my siblings until I have children of my own someday. But I just wanted to let you know that I love you and I'm truly grateful for all the things you've done for me.
I am beyond grateful for the sacrifices my parents and family have made for me so far throughout my education and my life. Mom, you're like the glue of the family. You are selfless and do as much as you can for others. You are stern but also kind. Thank you for always being my role model and example all my life. Dad, you are always calm and collected. You can always make me and everybody else laugh. And thank you for always trying to stay positive. Deborah, I appreciate that I can always relate to you and go to you whenever I need help. And I'll always remember all of the fun memories that we've had together. Thank you for always being there for me. And to everyone else that has played a part in my life, thank you for always loving and caring for me.
To my family, Mom, I thank you for pushing me to strive for my education and for keeping my motivation alive. Thank you for putting common sense into my head and for keeping me from doing all the stupid things I could have done in the past. Dad, I thank you for keeping the atmosphere positive even when I'm stressing about my homework and for holding Mom back from roundhousing me on the daily. You always give Mom and I the right things to make fun of you for. Thank you both for working hard to earn money to pay my tuition, even though results don't look promising at times. Ana mo pa ko taimi pe na ikai ke iapi ai e kuongo matua na ke iai ke tokanga iau. Ko e ku matua fika ua koe. Ko ha whakamalo whaingofua he ikai whiunga ho whakaha a e ku ofa moe honga ia I he mea kotoa kua ke whai maaku.
I am so happy to have the privilege to be here to share this special night with you. I'm not a great speaker, though I love to talk. Thinking of what to say in these situations is always a challenge. I started by thinking about your aim, to put our dreams in our hearts and our hearts in God's hands. And then your motto, together we have been friends, together we have special memories, but our togetherness in Christ will keep us going. And finally, my go-to thought is always music. The music that came into my head was the arrangement of Lean on Me, performed by an a cappella group, Straight No Chaser. Incidentally, this was my sister's 8th grade class song. I found this particular arrangement over spring break. After a week of remote learning, I was looking for a YouTube video of Peter and the Wolf to upload to SchoolTube for the kindergartners and first graders. One of the first videos I saw as I opened YouTube was Straight No Chaser, Lean on Me, Quarantine Sessions. I immediately hit play. One of my favorite a cappella groups singing a great song, a song that would carry so much meaning for me over the next 2 months. I knew SNC had started as a college a cappella group, but beyond that, I just liked their music. I decided to find out a little bit more about the talented musical group that uses no instruments, just the instrument which each of us was born with, our voice. And here's what I found out on sncmusic.com. Straight No Chaser had an unlikely rise from an undergraduate singing group at Indiana University in the late 1990s to a beloved Atlantic Records act with a devoted international fan base. Thanks to tightly arranged songs, impeccable vocal harmonies, and a healthy sense of humor, they sold over 1 million albums and amassed more than 1 million YouTube views. Their success was never a given. These singers worked hard to make the most of an unexpected opportunity that came to them when they signed with Atlantic and released their first album, Holiday Spirits, in 2008. Their most recent album, One Shot, reflects the sense of now or never. Starting with the opener, Motown Philly and This Is How We Do It, a mashup of Boyz II Men and Montel Jordan. Motown Philly, with its lyrics about chasing improbable success, captured the way the singers felt as undergrads. Randy Stein, an original member, says, the lyrics from the Boyz II Men song fit our experience. We dreamed about this, and now we are doing it. Performing all over the world. Remember your aim? To put our dreams in our hearts and our hearts in God's hands? It took a few years. After the founding members of SNC graduated in 1999, they got jobs, found love, and made lives for themselves. In 2006, Stein posted a clip on YouTube of SNC singing the 12 Days of Christmas at a 1998 performance, and it went viral. I encourage all of you to listen to the 12 Days of Christmas because it is amazing what they do with the arrangement, because not only do they sing the 12 Days of Christmas, but they bring in Africa by Toto. So you got to listen to it. It's great. Talk about humor. It's fantastic. Anyway, Atlantic Records contacted the guys to see if they would be interested in reuniting to make an album. So we're at about 10 years after they graduated from college. It wasn't necessarily an easy decision. It was scary to jump into because we were giving up life as we know it, Stein recalls. I envisioned it as a boat leaving the pier, he says. Either you're going to jump on and make the boat, or you're not. And I thought, even if the boat sinks and I have to swim back to shore, so be it. These guys sang together in college, working hard and making great memories that changed their lives, creating a cohesive, professional, world-renowned a cappella group. Remember your motto? Together we have been friends, together we have special memories, but our togetherness in Christ will keep us going. This group of college musicians show what can happen when you take to heart and apply what you are saying in your aim and your motto. Together you have been friends and made special memories. You have dreams, dreams that will take hard work. As Stein said in his boat analogy, you have to just jump to make those dreams happen. The best part about your aim and motto is God is right there with you. He's jumping with you onto that boat, and he's swimming back to the shore with you if the boat sinks. Thank you.
This class had a hard time choosing just one person to speak. There were a lot of people on the list, and luckily Miss Nina and I were chosen. So thank you guys. It's good to see you again after so much time. It's nice to see you looking so great. Tonight I'm going to be talking to you about success. So as an English teacher, I always teach public speaking in fourth quarter, and of course we went into remote learning, so that kind of got rid of those plans. But one activity that you would have done had we been together is this little activity where I give each person a role, a character, and a situation that they have to then give a 1-minute speech as that person. So you might be an Academy Award winner and have to accept the award. Or you might be an athlete who's just been drafted and you accept that award. Or you might have to complain at a restaurant, or someone actually had to break up with someone last time. So a 1-minute speech about this, and I do one too. So here's mine from last year. I was supposed to be presenting a product to my colleagues. So here's what I did. So I'll pretend like I'm there, okay? So I said, all right, hey staff, it's good to see you today. Mr. Jacobson's asked me if I would talk to you about this product that he's thinking about buying for all of us. It's these pair of glasses, and you put them on, and it's called the Eyes Behind Your Head teacher glasses. And you know, like you're up at the whiteboard and you're trying to write, and you don't know what's happening behind you. Good teachers can usually pay attention, but you can't really look. So these glasses are pretty cool. They actually have mirrors right on the inside here, so that when you have your back to the classroom, you can actually see them back there. Pretty cool, right? So there's some good things about this. They come in different colors, so if you want to make them match your outfit, that's good. Some bad things though, like if you don't wear glasses, it might feel weird to just put them on randomly when you go up to the front. And then sometimes it's weird because you see your cheeks, and if your hair is big and curly, you might not be able to see all of it. So there are some limitations. But all in all, it's kind of a cool product, so it'll be cool for you to check that out. There we go. That was my, yeah, right, thanks. That was my 1-minute little spiel, and everybody had to do one like that. But mine was about this product that could give you better vision. Pretty cool for a teacher. A teacher can pretty much see their surroundings, and there's a reason we say that teachers and sometimes parents have eyes on the back of their head, right? But this physical classroom is only one of the things a teacher has to pay attention to. We actually have another kind of vision, and this vision goes deeper and without glasses. With this deeper vision, we see you each as individuals. We can observe your interactions in class, on the playground, and we get to know you just by watching you. We see your work habits, your characteristics, the way you respond to others. What we see, it can warm our hearts, and sometimes it can hurt our hearts for you. Sometimes we see the student who struggles but is never going to ask for help. We see sadness in a student's eyes when no one wants them on their team, or the shrug of a student who has to act like they weren't hurt by that joke. Those hurt our hearts. But we also see confidence of a student who can shake it off when they're roasted because they have a safe group of friends to joke around with. We see students who struggle but work super hard and ask questions and will do whatever they need to do. We see the smile in a student's eyes when they're chosen for a group project. Those things can warm our hearts, and we notice these things about you. Another thing we notice and that we see in a class is their personality. It might seem weird, but each group has a distinct character, and you might be amazed at how different they are from year to year. Although you might not be, because I know that the 7th graders you would consider to be very different from you, right? As a group, right? And that's what we see. We see these different groups of people. Your class, I see a lot in. So what do I see in your class? Don't worry, it's all gonna be good. All right, your class is probably the most diverse class I have ever taught in every way, which is so cool. And the thing that makes you, and that's what makes you cool, but what makes you wonderful is your vision, your people vision, the way that you see others. You see people for who they are and you welcome them in. I'm not going to pretend that this is instantaneous. You're not instantly accepting and loving, because nobody is, right? I'm not pretending there's no drama, because there is. We can admit that, that's fine. But you have a way of eventually figuring out who a person really is and letting them live it. And Derek gave a great example of that by being able to describe each of you so well, or at least one part of you so well. But Mrs. Ferguson, what does all this vision and seeing stuff have to do with success? Well, you have successfully survived, if barely, remote learning to complete the 8th grade and are about to move on into high school, where you will hopefully succeed as well. Then you will go to college or trade school or get a job, have a family, and be successful. So, what will success be in high school? Is it getting good grades? Getting the lead in the musical, being on the winning team, whether that's basketball or robotics? But what about after high school? Is it being the best paid, having the highest, being the highest ranked, or being CEO of a company? But what if you're just a nurse, or just a mechanic, or hopefully not, just a teacher? Will that be success? And how will you know? So let's see what the Bible has to say. Is success ambition, accomplishments, awards, accolades, or is it something else? As I read this text, consider what I've already said about my teacher vision and what I see in you already. If I speak in the tongues of men or of angels, but do not have love, I am only a resounding gong or a clanging cymbal. If I have the gift of prophecy and can fathom all mysteries and all knowledge, and if I have a faith that can move mountains, but do not have love, I am nothing. If I give all I possess to the poor and give over my body to hardship that I may boast, but do not have love, I gain nothing. I am nothing, I have nothing, I gain nothing without love. Students, I truly believe that success is love. Love for God and love for others. Whatever else you end up doing in life, if you live loving others, you will find success. I've already seen this growing in you. You see people as they are and find a place for them. So my challenge for you is simple. First, and as your Bible teacher, I've been doing this all year long, encouraging you to spend time getting to know Jesus. If you don't have a plan for the summer, read the Gospels. See how Jesus treated people, how he saw them, the blind, the leper, the outcasts. And then the second thing, the harder part, is to look around, to notice people as individuals and groups, see them as the children of God they truly are, and extend God's love to them. It's easy when I say it. It's not always easy when you meet somebody who you don't get along with, right? We all know it's true. I'm preaching to myself as much as you right now. I am so privileged that you've asked me to speak tonight. I don't know if you noticed, but I gave this whole speech and never even mentioned academics. The It's not because I don't think it's important. I want you to be successful in that way. I want you to work hard and get good grades and all that school stuff. But truly to be successful, you don't need these weird eyes in the back of your head. I notice everything to see what's around you. But you need to put on these glasses. Yeah. Oh, wait, I can't read now. You need to put on these glasses and see others through Jesus' eyes and through love. But to truly be successful, you need to improve your vision. So put these on and look and see others through the eyes of Jesus and through love. Really quick, did you see what I did there? Did you see how I brought that back to my hook at the beginning? It's such a good English paper, right? Okay. So, Jesus' eyes, love, success. So wherever life takes you, whether you're the CEO or the janitor, whether you're the award-winning director or just the coffee guy, you are successful when you know you are where you are to fulfill God's purpose in your life, to love others and show them God's love. Miss Nina and I think that the song she referred to in her speech is perfect for us to hear right now. So the song by the group Straight No Chaser, we're going to hear Lean on Me. Because that is what we do. God's here for us. We're here for others. Others will be there for us. That's called love. That is success.
1, 2, 3.
We all need someone to lean on. Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow, but if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. It won't be long. I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Please swallow your pride. If I have to, you need to borrow. No one can feel those other things that you won't let show. You just call me brother when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you don't understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me when you're not strong. I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. someone to lean on. All you got to do is lean on.
Every year, it's a tradition for us to honor graduates who have been at SAA for 8 and 9 years, and we want to do that this evening. So graduates, if you have been at SAA since first grade, please stand to be recognized. Derek, you can be seated. We also want to acknowledge our graduates who have been at SAA for 9 years. So graduates, if you have been at SAA since kindergarten, please stand. PJ, Kalini, Jaden, you can sit down. Graduates, congratulations. And it is now time for us to present you with your diplomas.
Good evening. We've reached the moment you've all been waiting for. Before Principal Jacobson presents the diplomas, I'm proud to say that each graduate sitting here today has fulfilled the requirements set forth by the state of California, the Pacific Union Conference of Seventh-day Adventists, and Sacramento Adventist Academy in order to receive their 8th grade diplomas on this day, June 3rd, 2020. Will the first row please stand to receive your diplomas? Derek Ombiga Delos Reyes. Kia Samara Segundo. Philip Jesse Balsley. Elizabeth Claire Malouf. Nicole Roberta Mann. You may be seated. Will the second row please stand to receive your diplomas? Brody Eugene Barr. Irvin Joblin Bocala. Rachel Kalini Fifita. Joshua Alexander Groeschel. You may be seated. Will the third row please stand to receive your diplomas? Quentin Matthias Kelly. Nikhil Ganesh Krish. Jaden Emmanuel Lindgren. Jason Thomas Pataki. You may be seated. Will the fourth row please stand to receive your diplomas? Wesley Christopher Rodriguez. Joshua Sean Stinville. Aiden Zanwei Tso. Julia Angel Rose Venegas. You may be seated. We are proud to present the 8th grade graduating class of 2020. On behalf of the staff at Sacramento Adventist Academy, your parents and family members, congratulations, graduates.
Every year at graduation, we like to award our graduates with specific achievements in 3 distinct areas. Tonight, it is my privilege to award 3 separate honors to 3 separate graduates. And the first award this evening that I will be presenting is the R.E. Jackson Memorial Scholarship. This scholarship has been set up by relatives of R.E. Jackson to benefit an 8th grade graduate of Sacramento Adventist Academy that wishes to continue their education at SAA into high school. This award is not based primarily on a student's GPA, but also on a student's recognition that they value Christian education, and in particular, SAA. This scholarship is for $500 and will be applied as a credit to the first month's tuition for 9th grade. This year's recipient of the R.E. Jackson Memorial Scholarship is Nicole Mann. Congratulations, Nicole. The second scholarship that I will be presenting this evening is the annual academic scholarship awarded specifically from SAA. This annual scholarship is awarded to an 8th grade graduate. The recipient of this award has demonstrated outstanding academic achievement while in attendance at SAA. This scholarship is the equivalent of the first month's tuition for 9th grade. This year's SAA Annual Academic Scholarship recipient is Irvin Bacala. Congratulations, Irvin. All right, our final scholarship this evening is the Kindness Scholarship. Most Christians are familiar with the fruits of the Spirit and can recite the first three: love, joy, peace. But after that, the list becomes a little bit hazy. The spiritual fruit of kindness may be appreciated, but it rarely receives the emphasis it deserves. Sacramento Adventist Academy values the fruits of the Spirit that God develops in His maturing children. For this reason, the following graduating 8th grader is acknowledged for demonstrating consistent kindness to fellow students, as well as those older and younger. This scholarship covers the first months of tuition for a graduate's 9th grade year. The recipient of this year's Kindness Scholarship is Kalini Fifita. Kalini, congratulations. All graduates this evening have done such a fantastic job, but you three who have received scholarships or awards this evening, you represent the best of SAA, and I just want to say to you, thank you and congratulations.
Congratulations, 8th grade. I'd like to have a prayer of dedication with you. Would you please bow your heads for prayer? Heavenly Father, we are grateful that you are our God. Tonight, we lift up these 8th graders. We dedicate them to you. We thank you for the talents and the gifts you've given them. We thank you for the parents and the community that surrounds them. And I ask, Lord, that you are with them now. Give them the courage to step into this brave new world of high school and beyond. Give them what they need. Help them to know that they are loved and that they are fearfully and wonderfully made. Thank you for your goodness and your mercy. And I ask all of this in your name. Amen. All right, I need you to stand. Very good, and I want you to take that tassel and I want you to move it to the other side, because right now, yes, right now, you are a high school student. You are the class of 2024. Congratulations.
May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true. You walk a lonely road, oh how far you are from May it be the shadows call will fly away. May it be